All right, guys, we have a very, very special episode of See It Like Strev today. One of my best buddies in the CFL, the pride of University of Windsor, the 4th overall pick in the 2019 CFL Draft, current CFL offensive lineman for the Ottawa REDBLACKS, two-time Grey Cup champion with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, former NFL offensive lineman, one of the biggest, best road graders I've ever met in my life. Drew Desjarlais, how you doing, bud?
How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Happy to be on.
Love gassing the boys up.
What an intro.
You know what I
That's
mean?
crazy.
I got to do it. Yeah, I got to do it, man. Hey, I got to ask you, how was the bye week, man? Did you stick around Ottawa?
Yeah, I just stuck around Ottawa. We had a short one. We played on Sunday, and then we play on this Friday, so it was kind of a short little bye week. Just got some rest. Seems like this is our second bye week, so two pretty early bye weeks.
You got a long stretch here coming up.
Yeah, we're going to have a stretch coming up, getting ready for it.
Do you like playing in Ottawa? Because as a city, I loved going there. I always thought it was really cool, like going to the Parliament. I feel like it's one of the most underrated cities in the CFL, honestly.
Dude, totally. I remember when I was a rookie in 19, we played here. And, you get in and you start walking around Parliament and downtown. You're like, man, this is a cool, like, little city. It's not like a massive, massive place. I mean, it's the capital, so it's super nice downtown. And, man, I love it here for sure.
Yeah, they got that little market and stuff downtown. We stayed we spent the night there after one of the games. I think it was in 24, and just like got to go out and explore. Just a fun city, man.
Yeah, it's a great city.
Yeah, you mentioned 2019 when you came in as a rookie. So you were the 4th overall pick in the draft. You hear so much about the NFL draft and guys coming out and what that process is like. For you being a high round guy, I'm sure you kind of knew that was going to be the case going in to a certain extent. What was that process like going into the combine and that draft process? You got any good stories from that process?
To be quite honest, I had no idea I was going to be drafted high. I remember like going into the season, I came in injured. I got injured at our East-West Bowl. I missed the first 4 games of the season, and we only play 8 games. So I played 4 games my senior year. I was like, man, if I get drafted like top 3 rounds, that'd be pretty sweet. Like I'd be super pumped. And, my agent who I'd been with is like, yeah, you got to go to the combine. You got to have a great day, whatever. And University of Windsor at the time was not like a super, like we didn't win much. It was a super quiet school. I kind of bounced around, played guard and tackle and just whatever they needed me to do. Went to the combine, had basically the best day ever. I had like grinded for that, all those test numbers, and it really paid off because, I mean, that catches eyes when you're a nobody from a small school and you have, the best numbers in almost all of the things. You're like, wow, okay, I'm here to make a statement. I can do this, right? So the combine is really what did it for me. I had no media coverage really. I don't even know if I was on the top 20. And then the next one after the combine, I was like in the top, at like 5 or something like that. I'm like, oh, okay. So I am really doing this. All right.
It's crazy. So basically the draft comes and you're like, all right, I have no idea what's going to happen. And the 4th pick comes and your phone just starts ringing basically.
Well, by the time the combine ended, talked to my agent. He's like, you're probably going to be like a high pick. And then there was like a mock draft that had me at 1 overall to Toronto. And I'm like, holy shit, really? Like, let's go. I was super pumped, man. I had no idea what that even meant at the time. It was such like a fast rise. I was like, I'm just going to be happy wherever I go. And I heard Winnipeg was pretty high on me. They had just moved on from a guard who left in free agency and kind of left the spot open. And I was like, well, it could be a perfect fit for me. We'll see. And they ended up drafting me. I was pumped.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was after 18. Sook left, went to BC.
Sook left, went to BC.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you come in as a first-round pick, and I'm sure people that are hearing you talk, you're a pretty level-headed guy. So you kind of got the right mindset. But, there is some pressure that comes in of being a first-round pick. Was there a moment in that 2019 season? Obviously, we go and win the Grey Cup. But was there a moment in that season where you're like, okay, I belong in this league. I'm a starter. I can be a dude?
Yeah, there was a couple times where I was put in the first few weeks and probably had no real clue what that was going to mean. You know what I mean? Like going in for guys that got injured. But there was a few weeks where I was like, okay, I think like it's kind of time for me to step up. I don't even know if I knew what that looked like at the time, but some injuries came through and I kind of got thrown in there. And I said, no matter what, I'm just going to be like an absolute prick out here and, make a statement to at least the boys in the room that like, all right, I'm here to do something. I'm not just going to be the shy guy and just kind of hide behind everyone. I just kind of made my mind up that I was just going to go crazy and probably had like 5 MAs, but was still, when I grabbed hold of guys, I was driving them down the field. So that was probably what helped me. I think Osh the next morning too kind of brought me up in the little highlights he does. And he just basically said like, that's good shit. And then moved on. It was probably like a 2-second clip. And I was like, oh yeah, let's go. I made it. Let's go.
Osh just giving you a good shit. That goes a long way as a rookie, man.
Oh, dude, totally. Exactly. As a young guy after like his first start, that's all you really needed was like good shit. And then, you can build off that.
And that's all you're going to get too. He ain't going to give you much more than that as
No,
a
you're not
rookie. You
getting
got to
much
earn
else than
those.
that, but yeah, you'll definitely take it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go win a couple Grey Cups. It's 2019, 2021, and then you jump down to the NFL. You spent some time, I believe, with New England and New Orleans. So many people obviously ask me about my time down in the league, and it's such an insane world down there. I know you kind of bounce around a little bit on the practice roster. What was your experience like down there? When people ask you, hey, how was the NFL? What do you tell them? Because that's such a loaded question. I get that all the time.
That is such an unbelievably loaded question. I mean, it was great. And there was like absolutely zero regret in anything going down there and like giving yourself that chance. First getting down there for OTAs and you're kind of just like, you're not really like a rookie either at that point. You're like a free agent. I don't know if you were considered a rookie with Arizona, but you were. I was just like kind of just in the mix as a UDFA, or not even a UDFA, just a free agent signing, I guess. So I was kind of just in the mix with that. They asked me to do rookie camp. Bill came and asked me in the hallway. I'm just walking to the cafeteria or something, and he stops me. I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes, you all right if we make you do rookie camp? Assumed I was doing it anyways. So
what are you going to say? No?
Yeah, actually, you know what, Bill? I don't really feel like doing it. So no. But yeah, for sure. I'm like, of course, man. I'll do whatever you need me to do. It doesn't really matter. I think I ended up playing tackle at that rookie mini camp, which is just brutal because of numbers. Yeah. But maybe that was like a foreshadowing to my experience down there. I kind of just like was bounced around, did whatever I could, scout team, center, guard, tackle some days. And it was just like, man, guys are down. I got to go play tackle. The other tackle's a tight end. That's sort of kind of the mishmash of being on the PR and trying to help the guys. New Orleans did like a ton of walkthroughs. There wasn't a ton of live reps against the scout team. There was a lot of walkthroughs. So, man, I got like 4 snaps a day sometimes. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'll fire it up again tomorrow.
And that's like the thing when you're that practice squad guy is sometimes you're not even playing your position in practice. I just told a story on social media where I was the 4th quarterback on the Jets and I was playing scout team safety. They just needed a body and they're like, this guy's kind of fast. We'll put him back there. I was playing special teams. And so you've got that aspect of sometimes you're not getting reps, but then you're also kind of looking over your shoulder because every Tuesday, as you know, they're bringing in like 10 dudes that they're working out. Like you're looking, how many O-linemen did they just bring in? Like, am I the next guy out? And it's just, it is such a crazy experience. And professional football is professional football. It's always going to be cutthroat. The CFL is too, but the NFL, man, it is another level of looking over your shoulder when you're that guy from the CFL, just like, okay, what's going on? But the one thing I will say that I'm sure you can speak to is getting that experience of being down in the NFL and coming from the CFL. I had such an appreciation for just getting to be in the building and be around those guys and just soak up every opportunity and every moment. I really appreciated my time down there because of where I came from. And I'm sure coming from the University of Windsor and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, you had an appreciation for that too.
Of course, man. And I even in my draft year before I went to camp in Winnipeg, I had a couple like rookie mini camps. And even that, dude, I was like eyes wide open. I went to the Steelers mini camp and like just being in a team meeting with Mike Tomlin, I was like, dude, what am I even doing right now? This is crazy. Being around the highest level of football, how could you not just appreciate the coaching and the guys and seeing how people do it, the routines, like every little thing about it is, you can appreciate it.
Yeah. I remember when I got to Arizona and I was looking to throw in the offseason and I get a text from a number I don't have. It's Larry Fitzgerald. He's like, hey, I'm going to be throwing here. Can you make it? I'm like, buddy, I'll move anything around out of my schedule to be available for you. You could tell me 10 p.m. I'll be there.
Of course. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter. I'll be there.
Yeah. All right. I got a couple quick, like just rapid fire questions, kind of your process, whatever. So I want to hear, what's your favorite thing about playing in Ottawa?
There's a lot to love about it. I mean, we've had a tough couple of seasons, but like, dude, for the most part, the O-line room has been like pretty good. And obviously being an offensive lineman, you take pride in the 5 guys or the 4 other guys with you, right? I mean, the room is like such an important thing and we always have fun with it.
What's your pregame meal?
Lately, dude, I'm just crushing rice and like ground turkey, like just trying to keep my heartburn at bay. That's like my main goal this year is to not have heartburn at game time. I'm doing pretty good. With the rice and bland ass turkey.
I should have said it to you. I saw this comedian talking about they just dropped a new flavor of Tums. It's like orange creamsicle or something like that. I should have said that to you.
Dude, that's me. That's totally me. I'm like crushing Tums during the pregame warm up, just probably because of like, I don't know, nerves or whatever. But that's my main goal.
Every old lineman I've ever known has like a bottle of Tums in their glove box in their car. Like usually at the
totally,
truck,
yeah.
They just open up their truck. There's like 2 bottles of Tums. I'm like, man,
there's dust everywhere all over the glove box because they crush and just make a disaster.
Oh my God, man, that's crazy. Oh, okay. All right, let me regroup here. So for the people out there that don't know, we've become good friends over the last few years. We're part of a group of guys that goes on vacation. So I want to ask you, what's your favorite vacation spot?
Tulum was pretty sick. Tulum was a fun, whatever, how many days we had. That was a crazy experience. A lot of it really expensive van rides to the beach, a lot of bumpy roads, but it was a great time.
Maybe a couple cartel members here and there. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Petting their dogs.
All white huskies at the club. What's your favorite place to play on the road?
I used to love playing in Regina. Obviously, I carried that Bombers rivalry with me for a while, but I still love playing there. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've been to that hotel a million times, and I've been to that keg. Maybe. Hotel Sask in the keg or golfs. I've also feel like I've been there a million times. There's also nothing else to do. There's zero chaos around the hotel and anything around there. So it's just kind of lock in, get to the hotel, go get a steak, go home, go back to the room, go to bed. Dude. And then the game day itself is great too, because the facility's great and then the crowd is awesome.
It's definitely one of the best environments and definitely one of the best away locker rooms in the CFL.
Totally, yeah.
Did you talk about nothing going on? Total side note, but when we were playing there on Labor Day, I think it was last year, they have that big concert in the park right across the street from the hotel. We're walking into Hotel Sask and we're all just kind of waiting for the elevator. The elevator comes down. Fat Joe walks off the elevator. It was one of the most baffling things I've ever seen in the Hotel Sask. Fat Joe walking through the lobby with his painted on beard. It was ridiculous.
the most random possible person.
Right. All right, here's my last little easy rapid fire question. All right, so here's the situation. It's 2nd and 3. We're closing out the game. We got to get a first down. We're running the ball. What run play do you want coach to call? You got to get 3 yards. Let's end the game right here. What are you chomping at the bit for?
Probably an outside zone to the right with a good sub block on the backside. I'm taking that all day.
Let's go. I love that. Get him running.
Just get him moving. Make the back only needs 1 cut. Just put your head down. You can get us 4. You can get us 3 in an inch.
At least to a wedge. At least get us to 3rd and 1. We can get that.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a couple more for you. I appreciate your time here. Let's just hit quickly on your guys' season right now. It's been a tough season. We know that. But watching you guys, I feel like you guys are so much better than 0-6. You guys have been in so many tough games. Even that game with the Bombers recently, it's just a couple plays here and there. You guys are so close to putting it together and playing 3-phase football. How's the vibe in the locker room with the boys? Are the boys staying positive? And if you're looking at it from an offensive line standpoint, how do you guys go get that first win?
Man, it's exactly like you said, we're so close and we have yet to just put it all together and come out with a win. And for that reason, I think the vibe is still solid. The guys, we're all motivated. We're just kind of sticking to the process, as cliche as that is, but you really you have to just try and go 1-0, because if you keep looking at 0-6, it's going to eat away at you. And I mean, I think we do a pretty good job of kind of resetting and also understanding we show flashes of great play. Jake has played great. We have the chance to win all these games. It's just what's it going to take to kind of get that win. And when we finally do, what are we going to learn from it and keep rolling and putting the pieces together?
Yeah. And once you guys get that first one, it might just start rolling. I mean, you look at Edmonton last year and kind of what happened with them, kind of stunk at the beginning of the year. They come on the second half of the season and now look at them. It is just such a long CFL season. Media, everyone always wants to overreact, but it's dude, there's still 12 games left. There is a lot of meat left on that bone. So it's good to hear that the vibe's positive in the locker room. The boys are still believing in where things are headed with you guys. Here's my last question, all right? Because I always ask this question to everybody. I'm sitting on the other side of the mic. I'm retired now, and you've had already so much success in your career in the league. You're a big vet now. You've still got a lot of plays left to be played. But when you're sitting on the other side of the mic, you're retired, you hang it up like me. What do you want your football legacy to be? What do you want people to say about you or think about Drew Desjarlais when you finally hang up the cleats?
I think I just want people to think I did it the right way. You know what I mean? Just took it seriously, did it the right way, was a good teammate in the process of doing that. I mean, offensive line is such a head down position, figuratively and literally. There's only one thing to do on every single play, and it's pretty simple. It's block the guy ahead of you. And I mean, I'd say just playing the right way, preparing properly, taking care of myself. I want people to think I did it properly.
I think everyone around the league that knows you and watches the way you play would think that, buddy. You're doing it the right way. You're a great teammate. I know I enjoyed my time with you in the locker room, and I'm looking forward to giving some more vacations with you here soon.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Hey, appreciate your time, dude. Thank you, man.
Thank you.